Forsooth Jehoshaphat was full, rich, and noble, and by affinity he was joined to Ahab. And after certain years Jehoshaphat came down to Ahab into Samaria, at whose coming Ahab killed full many wethers and oxen, and to the people that came with him. And Ahab counseled Jehoshaphat to go up with him into Ramoth of Gilead. And Ahab, king of Israel, said to Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, Come thou with me into Ramoth of Gilead. To whom he answered, As in I am, so in thou art, and as thy people, so in my people, and we shall be with thee in battle. And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I beseech thee, counsel thou in this present time the word of the Lord. Therefore the king of Israel gathered together 400 men of prophets, and said to them, Ought we to go into Ramoth of Gilead for to fight, either take rest? And the prophets said, Go ye up, and God shall betake it into the hand of the king. And Jehoshaphat said, Whether no other prophet of the Lord is here, that we may also ask of him? And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, One man is, of whom we may ask the will of the Lord, but I hate him, for he prophesieth not good, but evil to me, in all time. Soothly, it is Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And Jehoshaphat said to him, Speak thou in this manner. Then the king of Israel called one of his geldings, or his honest and chaste servants, and said to him, Call thou anon Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, sat ever either in his seat, and they were clothed in king's array, and they sat in the corn floor, beside the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, the son of Chenaanah, made to him iron horns, and said, The Lord saith these things, With these thou shalt winnow the men of Syria, till thou all break them. And all the prophets prophesied in like manner, and said, Go thou up into Ramoth of Gilead, and thou shalt have prosperity, and the Lord shall betake them into the hands of the king. And a messenger that went to call Micaiah said to him, Lo, the words of all the prophets tell with one mouth good things to the king. Therefore I pray thee, that thy word dissent not from them, and that thou speak prosperities to him. To whom Micaiah answered, The Lord liveth, for whatever things my Lord God speaketh to me, I shall say those things. Therefore he came to the king, to whom the king said, Micaiah, ought we to go into Ramoth of Gilead to fight, either take rest, and not to go thither? To whom Micaiah answered, Go ye up thither, for all prosperity shall come to you, and enemies shall be taken into your hands. And the king said to him, Again and again I charge thee, that thou speak not to me, no, but that is sooth in the name of the Lord. And he said, I saw all Israel scattered abroad in the hills, as sheep without a shepherd. And the Lord said, These men have not lords. Each man therefore turn again into his house in peace. The king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, Whether I said it not to thee, that he prophesied not any good to me, but those things that be evil? And then Micaiah said, Hear ye the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting in his throne, and all the host of heaven standing nigh him at the right side and at the left. And the Lord said, Who shall deceive Ahab, king of Israel, that he go up and fall down in Ramoth of Gilead? And when one said in this manner, and another said in another manner, a spirit came forth and stood before the Lord and said, I shall deceive him. To whom the Lord said, And wherein shalt thou deceive him? And he answered, I shall go out, and I shall be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, Thou shalt deceive him. Thou shalt have the mastery. Go thou out, and do so. Now therefore, lo, the Lord hath given a spirit of leasing in the mouth of all thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil things of thee. That is, he hath said of the evil things to come to thee. And Zedekiah the son of Chenaanah nighed, and he smote Micaiah upon the cheek, and said, By what way hath the Spirit of the Lord passed from me to speak with thee? And Micaiah said, Thou thyself shalt see in that day, when thou shalt enter from closet into closet, that thou be hid. And the king of Israel commanded, saying, Take ye Micaiah, and lead him to Ammon, prince of the city, and to Joash, the son of Amalek, of Ahab. And ye shall say to them, The king saith these things. Send ye this man into prison, and give ye to him a little of bread and a little of water, till I turn again in peace. And Micaiah said, If thou turnest again in peace, the Lord spake not to me. And he said, All peoples hear ye. Then the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up into Ramoth of Gilead. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, I shall change my clothing, and so I shall go to fight. But be thou clothed in thy king's clothes. Therefore, when the king of Israel had changed clothes, he came to battle. And the king of Syria commanded to the dukes of the multitude of the heights, and multitude of his knights, and said, Fight ye not against the least, nor against the most, but against the king alone of Israel. Therefore, when the princes of the multitude of knights had seen Jehoshaphat, they said, This is the king of Israel. And they encompassed him and fought against him. And Jehoshaphat cried to the Lord, and the Lord helped him, and he turned away from him. And when the dukes of the multitude of knights had heard or understood that it was not the king of Israel, they left him or let him go. And it befell that one man of the people shot an arrow into uncertainty, and he smote the king of Israel betwixt the neck and shoulders. And he said to the charioteer, Turn thine hand and lead me out of the battle array, for I am wounded. And the battle was ended in that day. Certainly the king of Israel stood in his chariot against men of Syria till to eventide, and he died when the sun went down.